Hi there, I'm Alexandra Beuter and welcome to a video that truly encompasses hundreds of videos on my channel. We're talking all about how to maintain a clean and organized home, and every single tip I'm sharing with you today literally comes from failures. From realizing certain aspects have not been working around here, realizing I needed to implement a change, successfully implementing those changes, being able to maintain them, and now I'm gonna share them with all of you. So if you find this helpful, please give it a like. I'd appreciate it so much. Consider subscribing to join our internet family here. I'd love to have you, and let's get started. And we are starting with a daily cleaning schedule. And I just want to say, obviously I've posted hundreds of cleaning videos. If you're new here, you might not know that. I love a clean home, but I actually don't love cleaning constantly. I just want it to stay clean. However, I have a little kid. Our life is busy and chaotic. We have a lot going on. So I do need to clean several times a day to maintain a clean home. However, I don't actually have to spend that much time doing it. And I find that breaking it up keeps our home a lot more clean. It keeps my mood better. Well, good morning. School drop-off is done. It is a little after 9 and I have about 20 minutes to do the morning pickup. Honestly, it's a little more messy than normal because the nighttime pickup wasn't as good as it should have been. So we're gonna hurry up and try and tackle all of this. I know that I'm gonna feel so much better when it's done. I'm gonna open the windows, let the sunlight in, and just tackle this as quick as possible. So we just went through a bunch of before clips of the mess I'm trying to tackle, the crumbs on the counter, the dishes, the clutter and the disorder everywhere. And I just want to say, I know everyone has a different lifestyle, so even if you're someone who has an office job or someone who doesn't work from home, regardless of what your situation is, the last thing you want after a long day is to come home to a total mess. When you come home from work, all of you are gonna want to be done with your day and done with the chores and the tasks. That's why I love to do this in the morning, so at the end of the day I can truly relax in a clean home and not a home just full of a bunch of so many messes here, there, and everywhere. So yes, just start the day with an empty sink, take care of the dishes, take care of the extra mail on the counter, put the junk mail in the recycling, take the dishes off of the counter, and anything that was left out from the night before or from the hustle and bustle of the morning, you'll be so happy that you did. Now, whenever I'm cleaning or really doing anything in life, I'm always trying to think, how can I do more with less time? The sink, I told you it needs to be done, so I'm gonna spray that, work on other things, and then come back and rinse it instead of standing here spraying it and scrubbing it. And I do that, like that's just one example, but I do those things all day long. And I just told you guys I wasn't going to scrub, but since I put the Dawn Power Wash, or actually that's regular Dawn, in the sink, I just wanted to rub it around a little bit. That way it can fully saturate the sink. And then like I said, I'll come back a few minutes later and rinse that down the drain, opening a few more of the shutters and the blinds. You guys, I seriously think sunlight is just like the biggest thing. Like a lot of you guys know, we literally moved states. We moved from Michigan to Florida for sunshine and sunlight. So that is another big factor that helps keep you motivated and helps you to get things done. I truly believe that. Well, just like that, we are done. And the biggest reason I do this, honestly, is because it gets so overwhelming if you don't and you have a family. I have a 3-year-old. Things get messy, okay? Things get so messy around here. He's very busy. And if I don't do this, I'm honestly in a bad mood. I'm way more stressed out throughout the day because at the end of the day, when I'm tired and I'm just overstimulated, it is literally 3 times the work. It's not twice the work, but it's 3 times because it's just harder. You know, I don't have as much energy at the end of the day. So Totally recommend doing it. Now I want to share something with you that is just so incredible, so useful, and just so cool. This is the AnkerMake M5C 3D printer, and I wanted to share this with you guys because it's just so fun and you can make a wide variety of things your whole family will enjoy, but also a lot of things that solve problems and help to keep you organized, which is what this video is all about. So I had Chad help me show you guys our app because I'm not kidding you, this is probably his favorite sponsorship I've ever done for any video. Like, he has been using this every single day, and again, this is wireless, so it's just very, very convenient, and it's also really easy to use. It's definitely friendly for beginners. They consider it an entry-level product. You can use their app, you can use a computer. That way, it's just, there's so many different ways to do this, but all of them are very, very easy. And it also features a one-click operation, a custom button adjustment. There's slicing software. That's what I'm showing you on the computer. It's easy to use with one-click slicing. This is also a high-speed 3D printer, and this is incredibly fast. And once you choose your item, you can select it. The printing parameters are automatically set, and with one click, the slicing file will wirelessly transmit to the machine for printing. It also has a maximum speed of 500 millimeters per second. Previous 3D printers, you guys, had a speed of 50 millimeters per second. So this M5C has improved the printing speed incredibly well. So yes, all in all, our entire family recommends this. I just want to show you guys several different things we've made, and it also has excellent print quality. So many different organization items with this, and really so many different things under the sun. So definitely check it out. I will make sure it's linked at the top of my description. I also do an afternoon pickup before I start making dinner. It is so hard to make any dinner in a dirty kitchen. We all know that. The first thing I'm going to do is empty Forrest's backpack, take his lunchbox out so that doesn't sit all gross because it typically has some leftover food in it. And then I'll put away all the dishes we hand washed this morning. And also I'm going to put away all of these dishes. I skipped this morning just because I didn't have time. And this is gonna be the last thing I wanna do after dinner. So that's why I do just a couple minutes of an afternoon pickup too. Yes? Who got your juice boxes?
I wanna open it. I wanna drink it.
What do you say?
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, baby. And then I also do a nighttime pickup before bed. Sometimes my husband does that, but one of us will do a nighttime pickup. And that is truly the only way for us, especially if you have little kids, to maintain a clean home without just wasting so much of your time. I find that if I skip the morning pickup, I skip the afternoon pickup, by the end of the day, the house is such a disaster and I have no energy left. It is the last thing I want to do. It puts me in a bad mood. I'm not fun to be around. So implementing those few pickups a day, whether you have kids or you don't, is going to be such a life changer. And now let's get into daily touchpoint organization. So this is just a little phrase I made up. I'm probably not the first one to say it, but by daily touchpoint organization, I mean the things that you're literally interacting with on a daily basis. So your refrigerator, different aspects of your kitchen, like a pantry if you have one, your dresser drawers or your closet drawers, your bathroom drawers, your car. Say bye, friends. See you later.
Bye, friends. See you. My mommy.
My Forrest. All of those things that you're interacting with every day, especially multiple times a day, start there with your organization. Those are the most important aspects of your home organization, to have a realistic system down that's easy to maintain and interact with. And just another aspect of realizing there's a problem that you need a solution for. Every day after school, I had all the flyers, the art, every just like piece of paper here, there, and everywhere in the car. So literally the simplest change ever was putting it in the pockets behind the front passenger seat. And now I have all of those papers in one place, and every couple of days I bring them in and I go through them. And then we also made this, as you guys saw, for his sunglasses. So I am just gonna hook this on here like this because we always are losing them. Here's his little sunglasses, and I can just pop them in there and they hang off there. I am just obsessed with doing this because I have noticed such a major change in our daily life. And the first one I wanted to start with is our pantry. The reason being that bigger isn't always better. Guys, at our last house, we had a walk-in pantry. It was so much larger, so much more, aesthetic in any way that, people explain that kind of stuff. And I have to be honest with you, I don't miss it at all. It was so much harder to maintain. Things were getting dusty. I feel like I was buying things just to fill shelves. I love having a smaller pantry, a closet pantry, and I can go through this every week or every other week and keep it maintained so easily. And there's a few reasons I do this. I find if I go through it every week or every other week, I don't forget about what we have, and we also don't have too much. So I'm able to actually use up everything I'm purchasing. It helps me to subconsciously plan ahead. So when I go grocery shopping, I know what to get. I'm not just randomly buying things, hoping I'm coming up with a meal. And here's a little overview of what I grabbed just to keep us stocked and on track for the rest of the week. I have some of these yogurts we'll put in the fridge, some granola to put on top. Forrest's favorite M&M cookies from Publix. It's a surprise. I get them every once in a while. Love having mac and cheese on hand. I try and make an actual meal throughout the weeknights, especially if it's a Monday through Thursday, but every once in a while, if we're at an appointment or we're just out and about a lot longer than I was expecting, I have this that I can make super quick. I have some peaches and just fruit for lunches. I've told you guys how great these are. A few more eggs. We're gonna have some of this fried chicken from Publix for dinner. I couldn't resist. It's really, really good. And a little later in the video, I do talk about aesthetic organization, saving versus splurging, where to find really affordable organizers. I know everybody has a completely different price point, so I will go into that a lot further, but just so you know, these pink ones are from Dollar General, and then I also have some in here from Amazon, some from Target, so I have a wide variety of price ranges in here to get the look I wanted without spending a crazy amount of money. And as you can see, I'm just working top to bottom, making sure all of these shelves are nice and organized and I know what I have. And here's a prime example of why I do this. There are a bunch of pita breads down here. I didn't even know we had those. I think that's something that Chad bought. It had to have been. So I know we have them. I can use them in school lunches and throughout the week for sandwiches and whatnot, and they won't go bad. If I just skipped this step, I wouldn't have known, and they definitely would have expired. One thing I also do is take items out of the packages. I find that they take up so much less space that way. So I have a clip coming up where I'm taking out a bunch of individually packaged items like the fruit cups for school lunches and the macaroni and cheeses and things like that. And this is another habit I've actually been able to maintain. Not only does it look a little bit better in here, it's more aesthetically pleasing, so I am way more motivated to keep up with it, but I'm not just filling this with a bunch of extra packaging that's solely in the way and creating a mess. So I have the drinks on the bottom, I have the bread in the middle, I'm taking the produce out of the bags, putting it on those wire shelves, and just setting us up for success. And doing all of this also saves me a ton of time when I'm trying to make school lunches in the morning. Again, the mental memory of knowing what I have, but also everything is accessible out of that additional packaging and ready to go. So here is our after, you guys. It truly only took a couple of minutes, and this is going to make every single day for the next week so much easier. And now let's do a quick little refresh on the fridge. And a couple things I always do in here once the new groceries come is I will get rid of any leftovers we've had for too long. There's two right there. Sorry for the fridge beeping. And then we always like to wash and lay out the fruit. We find this is the way that it stays the longest. I know it's not like very aesthetically pleasing, but it works for us. Now, everybody's life is different. Some of you guys never eat out. Some of you guys have a bunch of kids. So some of you are gonna need a lot more food on hand than we have. However, downsizing food in general and planning ahead for a couple of meals is one of the best things I have ever done for our family's daily life. Well guys, my microphone died, so we're gonna finish this in the kitchen because now it's rainy and dreary and dark over there where I was sitting. But anyways, the next point I wanted to get into is aesthetic organization. And of course I talk a lot about organization on my channel, but I definitely don't want to like shout from the rooftops, and I don't want anyone to think that you have to spend a bunch of money on organization. Remember, start small, start with one project at a time and go from there. And there are so many places to get affordable organizers. I've done, again, like countless videos on organization and cleaning. I have some exclusive for Dollar Tree and Dollar General. You can get like a pack of organizers for $1, $2, or $3. And honestly, those are the ones I have in my bathroom drawer for my toothbrush and toothpaste. I love those. I think they're absolutely perfect for smaller spaces like that. I'm also a huge fan of the Home Edit collection at Walmart. They are a little more expensive, of course, than Dollar Tree and Dollar General, but still very affordable. And they also hold up really well. I've never had any of those like warp or bend or anything like that. And I've had so many of those for the last couple of years. And then also, of course, Target and Amazon, which does tend to be a little more expensive. So I wanted to give you 3 options that start out at the most affordable price range. But remember, if you are just getting started with organization, start small and start one project at a time. So this next tip is so simple, but it's honestly so underrated. You guys, please make a list. Please write things down. When I make lists every day, I do both personal and professional. So I have like flip the laundry, empty the dishwasher, or clean the bathroom. Then I also have what I have to do for work. I like it all on one just because that's how my brain works. It's hard for me to like separate the two of them. I like to know fully encompassed what I need to do that day. And then I check things off as I go. I don't have a fancy planner, honestly. I just like a pen and paper on a notepad. And I have told you guys this before, but I'm like obsessed with all day long. I listen to podcasts or a bunch of videos on YouTube of successful people in a ton of different areas in business and entrepreneurial things. And all of them say that they write things down and that they have lists and they check things off throughout the day. So yes, that list is gonna help you with so many different things, but especially your time management. That way you're realistic about your expectations for the day and you're able to get a wide variety of things done. And that is going to be just about everything I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I certainly hope you found it helpful. Please give it a like if that's the case, and definitely consider subscribing. I have so many more tips, inspiration, and ideas to share with you, so I'd love to have you. Also, don't forget to check out that AnkerMake 3D printer, the M5C. I will make sure it's linked at the top of the description box. I'll make sure recent videos are linked down below too. And I will see you right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.